You talk about energy. It's chapter 5 in your book, What Makes a Great Coach. And that chapter really spoke to me. That just really spoke to me. We have a renowned tennis elite performance professional that's been able to cross the bridge and connect tennis performance to the business and personal world and elite performance. And we're going to tie in Albert Einstein to it because he said everything is energy. And how we got to a point on this podcast where we're connecting tennis, Albert Einstein, and physics, I don't know, but I'm counting on you to kind of land that plane, if you will.
Well, first of all, my dad is a scientist. And so when I was growing up playing tennis, of course, he was always talking to me about on my serve, and he'd say, kick your back leg up with the arabesque position. And I was like, what is he talking about? And then when I really began to study biomechanics and fall in love with the energy of how to maximize your body, how to maximize your performance, of course, I then related it so much further and so much deeper as a business coach, because everything is energy. Whether I'm coaching somebody, whether I'm giving a keynote talk, it is a dance between you and the audience or whoever you are coaching or whoever you are managing and leading in the workplace. So definitely one of my superpowers is energy, and it is potentially growing up in a big family. I'm number 3 of 4, and there was always 7 of us with grandparents at the dinner table. And so being able to harness energy, manage energy, understand energy, how do we use it to communicate? How do we use it to relate to people? And I think teaching that and understanding, in the book, I talk about what are your energy top-ups, what are your energy traps, and how do you manage your energy to be able to bring out the best in yourself day in, day out. So hopefully that tied it all together.
No, it did, because, I mean, you strike me as highly energetic. It comes across in your book here, What Makes a Great Coach, and the lessons that you draw from. One of the things you refer to is the energy signature. Am I recalling that correctly? And that really spoke to me too. Here's my inquiry. And, you address it in that chapter where they're the naysayers. I call them the cynics, or the people that are resigned. Oh, it's fake. It's inauthentic. Hey, good morning. How you doing? And maybe it is. But how do you reconcile when, as an individual, and maybe your signature is your energy, right? But how do you reconcile those days where the energy isn't there? You're distracted. There's some other important thing occupying the energy or the space in your mind. What do you say to our viewers and listeners? And how do you handle that?
Yeah. So first of all, let's define what an energy signature. What do I mean by energy signature? And that is that it takes 7 seconds to form a first impression. So your energy signature, or think of it like even the shadow leader, when you stand and the sun hits you and you've got this massive shadow behind you. Okay, that's what people see. So in those first 7 seconds, no matter what's going on for you as a manager, as a leader, as a coach, it is important that you bring the energy to the room, because there's a vibration around that where people will feed off it, they will feel it, and they will really say, okay, they'll make a judgment. They can't help themselves. We know no other. Okay. So being able to understand, first of all, what sort of energy signature do you have and how do you maximize that? Because we don't all need to be extroverted energy, not at all. Some great introverted leaders have amazing energy and presence when they walk into a room. But what I would say is being able to understand whatever's going on for you the minute you start a meeting or the minute you're in front of a group of people. You have to be able to find a way to center your energy and to be able to perform, because you are in front of people. And as a leader, whether you like it or not, your energy signature follows you. Your energy signature is a part of who you are. One thing that I do, I say it takes me about 8 seconds to recalibrate, is just to anchor myself with my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger, and even standing as I do this interview with you is a different energy than me sitting down. So I anchor myself. I just take a couple of diaphragmatic breaths, which is breathing into the belly, deep breathing, and I'm good to go. No matter what's happened this morning, no matter what sort of maybe a potential meeting or something that didn't go well, to be able to bring it. You've got to be able to
Yeah.
bring it as a
Yeah.
manager, as a leader, as a coach. And they're the people that I love to work with.